Peace, family. I hope all is well. I hope your Tuesday is going well. It is freezing still here in Atlanta, but it's warmed up. It has at least warmed up. Yesterday it was cold. This weekend was freezing, but it's starting to warm up some. So that's a good thing. It's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow. And actually, it's supposed to be in the 60s for the rest of the week. So I am looking forward to that, to having some nice sun in January in the winter. So hopefully the cold is behind us, the cold is past us, and we will continue to have warm weather here on out. When I was in Nigeria, when I was in Benin, it was in the high 80s, low 90s. I get here to Atlanta, it's 20 degrees, 30 degrees. So, the change in temperature is wild. So, looking forward to the spring like, it's not spring, so we're going to say spring like weather here shortly. Do me a favor, hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe, family. If you're watching this, if you're not subscribed to the platform, y'all do me a favor. Hit that subscription bell or button, whatever it is. Hit that to hit the notification bell. There we go. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Haven't been live in a minute. Well, actually, we didn't go live yesterday. We went live, I think it was Sunday. Sunday was the last time we went live. And before Sunday, the last time we went live was I think it was early before I left for Benin Republic. I'm going to be posting more content from the recent tour, the last tour we had to Benin Republic. So the content will be coming out bit by bit every day. So guys, make sure you check that out and also make sure you share the content. Announcement: tours. We are rolling to Senegal. We are rolling to Senegal May 12th to the 22nd, May 12th to the 22nd for the Jazz Festival Tour. Again, we are rolling to Senegal for the St. Louis, I'm sorry. Not to be confused with St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, we're not going to St. Louis, Missouri. We are going to St. Louis. Okay, in French, it's St. Louis. St. Louis. We are going to St. Louis, Senegal. We're going to spend some time in the car first, and then we're going to head to St. Louis, Senegal for the Jazz Festival. So if you're interested in joining us in Senegal and listening to some awesome jazz, please visit Danfo, DANFO .Africa. Again, please visit Danfo.Africa to learn more. Then in August, we're rolling to Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. And in September, we are rolling to Zanzibar for Safari Blue. So come and join us. We will love to have you. Again, come and join us. We will love to have you. We're going to have an awesome time. Awesome time in Africa, in Senegal, like we always do. Here in a minute, I will put the link in the chat room. Listen. If you have not bought the documentary, listen, if you're watching this, if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, if you have not bought my documentary In Search of Uhuru, please go to searchforuhuru.com. I'm sorry. Yeah, go to searchforuhuru.com. Again, searchforuhuru.com. And make sure you cop the documentary, okay? Go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. All right, link is right. You guys, the ticker at the bottom, that has the links. So you see Search for Uhuru, you see the Danfo Africa. Go look at the bottom of the screen, you see the ticker. Click on the link, and that is your gateway to everything. So search for Uhuru.com, buy the documentary, family. I would greatly appreciate it. Today's topic, they say immigrant tethers are eating off our plate. You know, the ADOS FBA, they're saying these immigrant tethers, they're coming to America and they eat off our plate. What I want somebody to call in. Again, I want somebody to call in. All right. I want somebody to call in and I want you to define what the plate is and then who owns the plate. Again, what the plate is, what exactly is this plate that certain people talk about? And then my question is, who owns the plate? All right, so we're going to open up the lines here shortly. And you'll be more than welcome to call in. And listen, if you got an answer for me, it will be great to know. But when ADOS FBA, when they say that these immigrant tellers, the immigrants are coming in and they're eating off our plate, like what plate? Because the majority of immigrants that I know, 99.9% of the immigrants I know, they either work for themselves or they work for white people or the government, which is white people. That's who they work for. I do not see African and Black immigrants in mass getting jobs for ADOS FBA companies. So that's why I get confused when I keep hearing this. They are eating off our plate rhetoric. Again, they're working for themselves, they're entrepreneurs, or they have jobs. And then when it comes to education, when it comes to, because the argument was, well, these immigrants, they're getting into Harvard. Okay, the plate is the governmental benefits and infrastructure built from slavery. I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. Like, if you could break that down, if you could, but is it still your plate though? I mean, is it your plate? The government benefits infrastructure built from slavery. But is that your plate? Thank you, Taraka. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Is it your plate? You said the taxpayers. Well, no, because if they're working for themselves and if they're getting jobs with white corporations, like the descendants of slaves don't own those corporations. So how's that your plate? How are they undermining you? Guys, how are they undermining you? The vast majority of immigrants are here to make a living and feed their families. They're not worried about you. Yeah, let me put the link in the chat room. Links in the chat room. I just, if you could just explain in detail where it makes sense. I like to hear from you, but how do they undermine you? That's my question. Can you give me an example? I want you to give me an example on how they undermine you. All right, so link is in the chat room. Links in the chat room. Please call in, add to the conversation. Let me know how they undermine you and how they're eating off your plate. If you could please give me specific examples. Just because we built something does not mean we own it or control it. No, I don't know how. Links in the chat room. Call in. How is Candace Owens undermining you? How is Candace Owens undermining you? Again, link is in the chat room. What do we control that Candace Owens could undermine? There we go. That's the better question. What do we own and control that Candace Owens could undermine? See, here we go. Figure it out yourself then. I see, that's my point. You don't know. Like, even you don't know. Just say you don't know. Just say you like the babble. Just say you like the babble. That's all. You don't know. Just say you don't have an answer. Figure it out yourself then. Yeah, I haven't figured it out. That's what I'm saying. Call in and tell me. This has nothing to do with Trump. But guys, links in the chat room. Call in. Educate me. I'd like to know. I'm sincerely interested how this plate looks like, how they're eating off your plate, our plate, whatever you want to call it. The link is in the chat room. Okay, I guess no one has an answer. But once again, when people come to this country, they're here, they work hard, they mind their own business, they're not worried about you. They eat off the laws passed to provide equal rights, housing that was for Black people. Yeah, I mean, that's for everybody. That's not your plate, though. When we're talking about the Civil Rights Act and these laws and measures, that's not your plate. It's clear that's not your plate, because if it was your plate, it would be specifically for Black people. Again, these benefits, it would have been laid out that these benefits are specifically for Black people. So again, this isn't your plate. Am I wrong? Austin Senji, the Nigerian, wants to cancel Black History Month. Okay, who approved Black History Month? Again, who approved Black History Month? Who made it into, I don't know. I don't know if the term is into law, but who approved it? Who officially recognized Black History Month? Royal Image, go ahead.
I think they look at the immigrants that come in, that they think and feel do better than them, and then they just start hating from there. If all the immigrants were doing bad, as if they were doing bad, I don't think they would say anything. So they pick on those that are doing good, and they say they're eating off of their plate or they're getting what they're supposed to be getting. But it's not all the immigrants that are doing well, but they're just picking a few people that are doing well and just start hating on them.
I'm trying to figure out how Black History Month is the plate.
That one I don't know. So if
Yeah. Somebody said mentioned a Nigerian trying to cancel Black History Month, but how is that the plate?
Oh, that's the plate. I thought it was economics and finance.
Yeah. Black History Month's the plate now. That's what somebody said. Black History Month.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Black History Month is the plate. And again, who approves what majority of people approve of Black History Month for it to even be considered a thing?
Yeah, that was all the Europeans saying, let's give you a day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all the white people saying, let's give them, hey guys, Black History Month. There you go, Black History Month.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the majority of the white majority decide on Black History Month.
Yeah.
For it to be fully recognized. So that's why I'm asking, what's the plate? Who owns the plate?
So how come nobody's calling in? Because I want to learn. I want to hear some stuff.
I really want to know, what's the plate?
I guess you gave him a hard question today. Come on, call in, man. I want
Yeah,
to
I
listen.
get. Yeah, I'm just. I mean, somebody said I'm playing dumb. No, I'm serious. What's the play? You brought up Black History Month again. The white majority decides if Black History Month is recognized on the level that it's recognized on.
That's a fact. I think we all know that.
Kala, go ahead, Kala.
Okay. All right, Dinus. Yeah, you've been off a lot to shoot today. Now look, Black History Month was started by Carter G. Woodson. Okay. It's important that Black people in America, Africa, and everything know their history and what's important and relevant to them. Okay. Now, me personally, I cannot go to, let's say, Liberia and rewrite their history and tell them what to think and what's not important. That'd be disrespectful. What I do is say, this is what I see as far as your history. This is what I think is relevant and everything. But then what I do is, out of respect, I'll ask them, what's important to you? And they'll tell me, yeah, this ought to be known. This ought to be a thing. This ought to be omitted. This ought to be rectified. What I think the problem is that the immigrants in America, right, have this thing where they see this piling on Black America, and they have this mistake. They think Black America is weak, and so to court favor of white people. Now, if it was just black on black stuff, we get along. Black people, African Americans and immigrants get along. But when you have a thing where you have immigrants who are trying to get into America, and America tells everyone, even white immigrants, they come over here, the first word you learn is nigga. The first word.
Come on, Kala, prove that. Prove that when that Ellis Island, that someone, immigration official is telling you, hey, the first
Dinus,
word.
are you joking? Right? Are you joking?
I'm dead serious, Kala. Like
No,
I want. Listen, this is what I want. I want an immigrant, an African Black immigrant who's in the chat to call in and tell me that when they were going through the immigration process, the first thing they said is like, "Hey, you gotta know the
Dinus, on your show, right? You got these dusty ass Africans always talking about. They be 50 years old talking about. My parents told me not to hang around the Black American, right?
What do they say that?
All the time. What, you deaf?
But Kala, you grew up in Harlem. You tell me.
I'm saying what you need to do is, right. You need to check your because they say it right there on your show.
They don't
right?
be saying that, Kala. Maybe a few. I'll give you a few, but that's not the norm. That's not the norm, Kala.
The narrative is right that I come from some great parents. Like my father didn't put my foot up my ass to make me go to school and do right. When we're just all a bunch of friggin' bad people over here, and they gotta come here and teach us how to do it. If they were so great, they would be doing it in their own country. You wouldn't have to come to America and do this. You know?
Come on, Kyla. Come on, man. That's
it's the
childish.
truth.
That's childish.
Now, tell me I'm not lying.
Let me add on to what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, right? So when I'm in Canada, right? So when I got here, the Black people that were here were the Caribbean. So in Canada, the Caribbeans are like the Black Americans in America.
Right.
Right. So they call the shots. Everybody shit on the African. African is at the bottom. So when my parents got here, the crimes that was being committed in the neighborhoods that we're in is the Caribbean. So when I got here, the saying, like what you're saying, is be careful around those people because they are the ones causing all the trouble.
Let me say something, Royal. Yeah. This is because you know why? Because with platforms like this, guys say, who's the enemy of all of us? The white man. They're the ones.
No. I'm not. Listen, let me say this. Let me say.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
All right.
Now I was watching the thing, just what you just said about Canada. I didn't even know that, right?
Yeah.
But in the UK, right, there was the Black British are coming of age, right? They've been there for generations. They helped rebuild England and everything like that. So they're saying we should have some more clout in this country, right? We should have some more clout, right? And there's racial barriers in England right here. They have no institutions. At least we have institutions here. They have nothing, right? So they're saying we should be in parliament. We should be this. We contribute more, whatever like this. So what does this white man say to this one Caribbean person? that completely destroyed him. He says, look at the Nigerians. And the British deliberately go find Africans, right? And it's not the Africans' fault because they're just looking for opportunity. Look at the Nigerians who just did this. Look at the Nigerians who did this. And the guy was completely like silent. He can't go to his Nigerian brother saying, look, we're being used against each other. Why don't we come together and everything like that? That's why I say this whole tether thing like that. There's legitimate issues on both sides. Why? Because both groups are powerless. Black America's powerless and the black immigrants powerless, right? And all we do is feed off of each other's powerlessness to gain points with the white man. That's what
But
it
you
is.
just came on here calling Africans dusty and all of that stuff.
I'm
But now
just
you make
joking. I'm just joking.
but don't joke like that. But here's
joking.
what I'm trying to say, Carl. So look, before we got here, the Europeans that live here have an issue with the Caribbean because in their minds, these are troublemakers. You see what I'm saying? The drugs and all of the killing, the shooting, all that, it's them. So when the African comes, the African don't have that background of gangs and all of that. The African is scared of that. So the Africans stay away from that. Now, on the continent of Africa, if a civil war breaks out, that's your home. You're going to pick up a gun and knife and do whatever that you have to do to survive over there. But when the African leaves, the African is not like that. So when the European sees that the African is not like that, nobody wants to be around a troublemaker.
Right. Nobody. Checks out in America, right? Most black people in America don't want to be on troublemakers, but where Black America is the face of crime. Even when Caribbeans and Africans commit crimes, right? We're still the face of it. That's just the way it is.
That's what I'm trying to get.
And black people will tell black people don't go around those type of black African Americans, right? Don't go to the hood, don't go like this. Caribbeans
so are
and
you
Africans.
To blame when you point your child in a direction that go in this direction is better and safer for you to go in this direction?
But what I'm saying is this, though. What I'm saying is this. So when you say don't hang around, you never make generalizations about a group of people. When you say a group, you say that's, and I would say to people who think like that, right? Think like that. Say like my parents never taught me to be prejudiced and stuff like that. They never taught me to be prejudiced. They never taught me to hate whites. They never, like that. They said judge people as an individual, use your own discernment and everything like that. Give people the benefit of the doubt on that. That's just human nature, and always make alliances for people's faults. Some people are gonna have things that you don't like. If you're a man who wants to be friends with somebody or brother somebody, right? Have to understand that like you're not gonna like 100% of what that person's about. But what you do is you build on the things that you agree with, right? And you try to ignore the things you don't agree with, right? Until it comes up. Like you say, oh, we have an issue. And so the mainstream media loves pointing these differences out among black people, right? And make them the center of our whole entire relationship, That's why, this whole thing. And for the record, I basically despise the ADOS FBA stuff. I think that's the lowest rung of Black America. That's not who we are as a people. We've never been xenophobic. We've never been nativists. We've never been any stuff like that. And I welcome my brothers and sisters legally to the United States. You come here legally and do the right thing. You can go to the HBCUs. You can do all that. All that's basically enhancing us as a people. So that's the way I think about it.
Hey, Colin, let me ask you a question. So let me read the statement. These people are not from here, don't value our history, and won't get on code with each other, much less us. So
that's a lie. That's a lie.
But Colin, this is my question. Is Black America in position to tell anyone to get on code, or if we're not on code ourselves?
Well, we're not on code ourselves, And I would like to know what this code is, right? Now, there's this thing going on in the ADOS FBA community, right? And I said this, right? To say they want to delineate. It's time to delineate. Mike TV delineate. I want to delineate from you dirty Negroes in America who are gangbanging in your 50s, you deadly clowns, all you freaking fools out like that. I want to delineate from you Negroes, you low IQ Negroes who got no businesses. You got nothing to offer me and whatnot. In Chesapeake, Virginia, last 2 nights, 3 teenagers killed for no reason. Gun violence, right? Do you type of Negroes that want to always gangbang, kill, murder, destroy nice Black communities? Whatnot? I want to delineate from y'all. I would rather have the African immigrants who are law-abiding, building families around me than y'all Negroes. How about that? This is somebody coming from Black Middle America. I want to delineate from you friggin' dusty Negroes out there.
Guys, hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. Go ahead, T. Khalid.
Yeah, man. I think, and I don't subscribe to this mindset, but the devil's advocate, I think the main issue is when I listen to Tariq Nasheed is, when they talk about reparations, he says that the black people who say blacks don't need reparations are usually like the Caribbeans or the
No,
Africans who,
see,
well, well, that's what he's saying. But
that's not true. That's not
yeah,
true.
well, but that's kind of what he's pointing out to where when there's tangibles for African Americans, the Caribbeans or the Africans would be against it and speak loud on behalf of Black Americans, and I think that's why they
Hey
had to
T, hey
make
T,
that distinction.
T. Let me ask you a question. Do you really, in a million years, think that black people, Negroes, are going to get a reparations check?
No, 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 no. I don't
All right,
know.
as I say,
They
the
don't
I
leverage their vote
disagree.
politically.
I disagree with that.
reparations is
I
a straw
disagree
man.
with that.
Hold on, let me give you some history lesson here, right? I came on Diane Samir's show. Well, how many years now? 6 years. 2018, right? Debut 2018, 6 years ago, right? Five. My math is off. Well, anyway, I came on the show back then, right? Everybody was about buy black, support black, do for self, support black business and everything, right? And then what happened was that movement got tethered to the Pan-African because the movie Black Panther was out and everything. Everybody was on this Afrocentric, African, Pan-African kick and everything right there. Then along comes people talking about, we was like, yo, no, forget America. We're about building Africa. I have an organization called the Black African Infrastructure Organization. We're about building all over the African continent, which we're doing now, and everything like that. So the bottom line is this. Everybody was saying it's time to basically build in Africa and build up. The people who hate Africa, like the Tariq Nasheeds and all these other people, the people like Yvette Carnell that hate Africa, hate the African blood, that wish they could drain the African blood out of them or not, started this whole thing of we're Americans, Americans. And they started this whole thing about, well, America owes we need something special for us. Then it morphed into the reparations movement. Then they hijacked the reparations movement. Reparations. Look, let me tell you something about reparations. Reparations is an act of is a settlement of a war. When a country loses a battle in war, they pay restitution and reparations. To the victor belongs the spoils. Not to the victor share the spoils. Not to the victor give up his spoils. America is the victor in their history. So it's not going to give you reparations. It conquered you. It beat you. It beat our ancestors. It's not going to do anything. It's just out of kindness of their heart. So when people
Can I
start,
add to what
But
you said?
should Africans or Caribbeans say that African Americans don't need reparations, or should they just be quiet
well,
about it?
I just think they're sparing you the embarrassment because a lot of black people in America are embarrassing with this
But do you
reparations
think
talk.
by them saying
Well, who
they're
cares what
speaking
they
on
say?
behalf? No, no, no. But I'm just saying. But I know we don't. But we have to understand the other side of the argument. If they're speaking on behalf of African Americans born in this country, do you think that's wrong of them to do? Because what Tariq Nasheed says is African Americans can't go to Africa and speak on behalf of Africans.
Well,
They will like
I
be
look.
something.
Yes, you can. And
So
you
how do
guys
you
do that all
respond
the
to that?
time.
Hold on, check this out. Now we go to Africa. Black people in America have been the biggest influence on Africa in history. Africa's barely had a voice. Were we kidding ourselves? Most of the people who spoke for
That's a
Africa.
lie. Stop lying.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How many Africans? How many Africans ever made a movie that's world renowned about Nelson Mandela?
What does that have to do with
Yeah, what's I got to do
anything?
with anything, Colin?
Hold
Colin,
on.
what's I got to do with anything?
Hold on.
Colin,
You can't
what's I
answer.
got to do with anything, bro?
Listen.
Hold on. Calm down.
All
Now
right.
let me ask you another question, right?
No problem.
The sanctions on South Africa, right? The
Yeah.
movement. Well, you guys probably remember who brought that on?
So you're
It
trying
was
to
black.
say it's a black.
It was
It's
black.
black.
It was Black America that did that.
Okay. So let me look. The reparation thing, right? Yes, you can get your reparation, but it's not your fight alone. You see what I'm saying? It's a collective. If all of us are fighting,
it's a collective waste of time, man. You know.
Yeah, but just to answer the question, if people who, and this is no slight, I'm just saying that's their argument. We're not born in America, but then speaking on behalf of African Americans as if they
Now
are a part of the culture.
let me ask
Is
you a
that
question.
okay for them to say that
Oh,
collectively we don't deserve reparations? And they say me as a Black American says that, but then you look, he was born in like
no, let me ask
Nigeria
you.
or Jamaica or
Let
something.
me ask you a question. Now, has two different things, right? Now, the continental African, who basically says that slavery had no effect on them, whatnot. They think there's some royal, what do you call it? What do you call it? Chief or what's a Grand Poobah, whatever like that. I was royalty. I never slave when I. That's one thing, right? But when you have a lot of Nigerians and people like that who say, I definitely feel the effect of racism and slavery by the way I'm treated around the world and when I'm marginalized around the world and everything like that, they now join the struggle, right? Okay. Now here's the thing. The reparations movement, right? The reparations movement, right? Black people in America is just tit for tat for white America. It was a British, it was a Danish, it was a Dutch, it was a Spanish, it was a Portuguese, okay? And the French who orchestrated the transatlantic slave trade, the Holocaust, the Mafia, right? So you go into the United States government, right? The United States alone, when the United States was the one who ended slavery, you know? It's the British and all these people who still got sanctions on Haiti and stuff like that, who still benefit from their plundering and looting of Africa and whatnot, should be the target. Tariq Nasheed's not doing that. He just
Yeah,
trying to
but
use
brother,
reparations.
I don't think you're answering the
No, I
question.
am answering the
Another
question.
group speaking upon
No,
Black
yeah,
Americans.
but what I'm saying is this whole thing about being a Black American is a joke. You know, we're talking about a global Pan-African world. It has nothing to do with you being a Negro American and whatnot, and you got some special relationship with the white man in America that you want like the prodigal son. You want your little inheritance that you think you deserve. No, this is a global fight for Black liberation. You know, and anybody who goes against that is a race traitor. As simple as that.
Yeah, man.
Let me pass it to Delroy real quick. Go ahead, Delroy.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I would like to agree with Kala a little bit. I'm an immigrant from Jamaica. I came here as a child, tiny child in the 70s. And we drove from New York to Florida. And I went into a store. I was about 13 years old. I went into a store, and this white woman said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Jamaica." "Oh, I just love your accent. You know, you people are so much better than these black people here." Right? And I couldn't understand. I'm just smiling like I don't know nothing. I couldn't understand what she was saying. Boy, it took me like 20 years. 20 years after I gained some education and some knowledge of America and the history of America. And I'm agreeing with Carly because they started it a long time ago. They pit immigrants against the African Americans here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what I learned over the years that I've been there. And I work all over the United States because I'm a technician and I'm a traveling technician. So I work in about 30 or 40 states. And everybody, I don't know why, always pit immigrants against African Americans.
Well,
Right?
the thing is, they're not pitting anybody. They're just picking who they like because they've been dealing with the black man for so long.
No,
interrupt all the time.
no, bro,
Just give me a sec.
No,
Just
bro.
give me a sec. Just give me a
no,
sec.
they're not
Like
picking
to
who they
interrupt
like,
all the
man.
time. Okay.
They pick
Learn to listen
war
to
with
other
Black
people
America,
talk too.
and the bottom line, we'll give them
All right.
war.
Just hold on for a sec. These people, they don't like you. Everybody understand that. They don't want you around them. They don't want you on that land.
We don't care about what they don't want.
Then why are we talking about them?
No, we're saying I'm trying to put this in perspective, right?
Yeah, but we're still talking about them. If you don't care about them, let's not speak about them.
No. I'm saying we're talking about me and Gerald talking about where this is stemming from. Let me
Right.
give you
And it's their system. So we're talking about them and their system.
Let me give you enough perfect example, right?
Learn to listen to other people's too. You don't have all the answers.
Hold on, raw image. Let me say this, right? I'm from New York, right? When I go to the South, right? When I go around the white people in the South, right? You know what they say to me? Man, you're so different from these people down here. You're so articulate. Yes. They play that on you. Now, if you're not smart, if you're weak, right? You don't see the game, right? They'll say that they do that all the time, even among African Americans. You're more well-spoken than them. You come from a big background and whatnot, you know? It's all in their nature to divide people, you know, stuff like that, you know?
So it's not limited to just immigrants.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
You know,
can I just finish up a little bit? Now, from my studies, probably like 40 years of studying the history of Black people in America, and I'm telling you this, and I grew up with both African Americans, Africans, because I grew up in New York, so I'm around everybody. Africans from the Caribbean, Hispanic Africans from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, even though they say they're not Black, whatever that means, but they're black as hell. And I came to a conclusion that African Americans, and probably Nigerians are the two most people that white people does not want to get together, because if those two get together, it's the end of them. That's my conclusion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay,
I agree.
And we gotta stop this bull and this pit against X and Y Black people around the world, because they do not want us to succeed. Period. All right. Period.
Okay, can you blame this on white people though? Because like Africans hang out with Africans and Americans hang out with Americans.
I don't blame it entirely on them. No.
If I can interject real quick. Gee, I was saying this the other day. We give this white man way too much credit, man.
Exactly.
Too much. The average white woman, we make them seem like they have this power to divide us. It's
white
like
man's
every
Thanos,
white woman,
man.
every
The white
white
man's
Thanos,
bro. Yeah, Black folks are self-segregating themselves in
power.
America, man, without the white man's help.
It's us that's giving them the power. Everything we're saying here is showing them how powerful they are. Everything you two are talking about
actually do
how powerful they are. Bullshit. You guys are talking
raw image, right? Let me ask you a question, right? How many how many Black people own nuclear submarines right now that could blow up the world 10 times?
I don't know, and I don't think I know any Black man.
No. You need to know this, right?
There's
not one Black country that has a credible battleship that can threaten anybody in the world.
Okay.
This is after all the technology, everything like this, right? Right now, off the coast of Senegal, they're robbing they're openly robbing Senegalese fishermen, starving them, right? So they have to leave the country, right? And
so whose fault is that, the Senegalese or the white man?
What I'm saying is, when somebody say the white man don't have any power, stop it.
No, there's an elite group of people that have the power.
We got to sell out Black folks, though, brother.
The bottom line,
the white lady that says, I like you because you're from the North, you're making her powerful, like she has some power to manipulate. I just said, I have no power over you.
Hold on. I did not say I agree with that. I look at it like, get the hell out, you cracker. You know, that's the way I think, you know.
She just like you because she don't got to deal with you every day. She deals with the ones she lives with.
No, what I'm trying to say
no white person wants to live with Black people. We know that about them. They don't like you. They don't want you on that land. They don't want them to do it, but they can't do nothing to you. That's why they do what they do to you.
Hold on.
These are the facts. We know they don't want you on that land, but they can't get rid of you.
But the bottom line is this: they don't care about that so long as they're in power.
But you have to care about that.
Who
cares what they don't care about?
The bottom line is this: when you say stuff like they don't have any real power, that's a lie. They do have power.
That the normal woman that you live with next door don't got no power over you.
Yeah, but they're
part of that makes the law.
They're part of a system.
They're
part of a system.
Royden, where are you from?
I'm from Ghana. I'm in Canada right now.
You're from Ghana? You have a lot of friends.
Explain to
Pardon?
I
me.
have a lot of friends from Ghana. I have a lot of friends from
Yeah,
Ghana.
but I shit on them too, so they don't really like me like that.
But
None of them like you.
yeah, but don't say, like I said, I'm a technician and I work and live in many states across the United States.
All right.
Right? I've been doing that for about almost 30 years.
Yes, sir.
I'm done with it now. So I know and I learn a lot about the people that's living here. And you say they don't have any power? They got plenty of power, all right? I'm not laying the blame on them only. Of course I'm blaming ourselves also. You see what I'm saying? But you got to understand, you can't just take what's happening today. You got to take it from 100 years from 100 years ago. You see what I'm saying? And every time black people reach one step, they find another way to break that step down. They reach another step, they find another way to break that, and it's just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. The only way to end this, right? The only way to end this is us against them. Period. There's no negotiation. Right. As far as reparation, I don't believe black people would ever get any reparation, whether here or in the Caribbean
I
or in
disagree.
Africa,
If you're
unless
talking
you
about
take it.
unity,
Unless
then
you
the
take
power
it.
is in our unification. If
Unless
we are
that's
able
what
to
I'm saying.
unify,
You just said it. You said power. That's what I'm saying. Unless you take it. You see
Power
what
is
I'm
we
saying?
taken.
don't take
Unless you
anything. The
take it.
first step is unifying with ourselves.
Well, let me ask you a question, Roy. You say you're
Once we
from Ghana,
unify,
right?
then we can take something.
Roy Image. You
But
say
you
you're
by
from
yourself,
Ghana.
you can't do anything. There's one lady that
You-
said that
Roy
they have
Image.
power
Roy
in
Image.
groups.
you're saying exactly what I just said. You're just saying exactly what I just said. I did say unity a moment ago. So you're saying exactly what I just said. I'm saying you have to take it. Period. You have to take it. Period. And yes, they do have a lot of power. They do.
And let me ask you a
As a
question.
group, as a
You
group,
see?
not
That's
individually.
everything. Who cares about individuals? We're talking about on a
But you
group,
just
man.
mentioned the lady that said she likes
No,
the way
no.
you talk because she
I
come
just
from the
said
north.
that's what people
It was
say.
not a group of them
I
that
did
told
not
you
say.
that.
I did not say.
Come
You're
on,
twisting
man.
my words. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I'm sorry
Anyway,
if I twist up your words.
check us out. Anyway, check us out. In Ghana right now, Ghana is the IMF just told Ghana. Ghana wanted to ban some imports, whatever like that. The IMF told Ghana, you have no power to ban imports. In other words, the Western companies could dump it in and everything because Ghana's in
Exactly.
debt. That's power. That's power. All the gold that's in Ghana. Ghana brags about being the number one gold producer, but it doesn't produce the
Ghana is
gold.
not the number one producer of gold. That's a
No, but
lie. Wherever you
that's
got
what
that
people
from, it's a
say.
lie.
That's what they say. But anyway,
It's a lie.
most of the gold where it sits in France, England, the Netherlands, everything like that. And Ghana can't even hedge off this old gold coming out of this thing. So the
What does
bottom
that have
line
to
is
do with anything?
no. What
Ghana's
I'm
not in
saying no.
control of Ghana.
No,
Yeah, I
what I'm
get
saying
that. We know that.
what I'm saying is this though. When we talk about power, right? These people that have determined to control Nigeria, Ghana, these countries when I have power, and they're not going to give it up. Equatorial,
True.
most corrupt country in the world, is propped up by what? White oil companies, and robbing the people blind.
Callum,
That's power.
Callum, Callum.
We can't deny the conquering nature of man. That's just man in general. I mean, look at the
Exactly.
Asians. Africans are saying the same thing about the Chinese. But if the Africans are laying down, taking it, and selling out, you're going to have to put a little more responsibility on yourself. Because I do the same thing with African Americans in America who constantly complain about the same issues, but then vote for the same party initiating these issues. Like, look at what's going on in Chicago, where Negroes are complaining about the illegal immigrants being taken care of more than them, but they will
Chicago's
go
a
and
done
keep
deal.
voting for it. But what I'm saying is black people gotta, I mean, black men gotta start acting like the white man. Like all this, we gotta go to war. It's just silly.
Well, let
Stop
me ask you a
selling out
question.
and put your self-interest first,
Well, let me ask you a
like
question,
every
right?
other race of man does.
Check
That's
this
a
out.
fact.
I agree with that, right? But when you have a city that's a war zone that's telling the alpha male like myself, black male, that you're not wanted, right? That we only want pookies and baby daddies and thugs and everybody else and crooked politicians
Who's
and
saying that?
hucksters. That's what's in Chicago.
But who's saying that? Who's saying that's the preference?
Let me say something, raw image.
All
What
right.
appears is apparent, right? If something appears away, it's apparently that's what it is. You know, we have a cultural breakdown in Black America where the right is basically kicked out, righteousness is kicked out. All the wrong things are put before us
Look, Carlos,
as a
see,
norm.
remember how you opened up this whole thing? You were talking about how dusty Africans come on, they don't want to play with and mingle with African Americans. You just listed the issue. You see what I'm saying? So there's an issue in the community that when
we
come
know
into.
that we have a dysfunctional community. You're
I'm just saying. So when I
that.
move into that neighborhood, I'm gonna tell my son, hey, be careful when you're out
Why
there.
would you want to move into that neighborhood
First
in
of
the
all,
first place?
you see when you're coming in, you think America is the milk of honey and all of that shit. You know that. That's the image of America when you're outside. America is the biggest marketer in the world.
Yeah, but you guys
look like it's fucking honey and chocolate cookies and all that shit.
But you gotta know what Black neighborhoods are moving. We got nice Black communities throughout America.
You don't know that when you're in Africa that Chicago is a war zone.
But you serious?
Understand? So
all of Chicago is not a war zone, bro.
Not all of Chicago,
brother. The
Chicago is not a
point
war
is how
zone.
Black folks
Don't
sell
say
out,
that.
brother. But the point is how Black folks sell out. Like Mayor Johnson is a Black man who is putting the interests of foreign illegal immigrants ahead of Black people. So, and Black people are crying out to him, telling, "Hey, how are you using all these resources on them and not on us?"
Those are new
So,
voters.
but the thing is, we talk about how powerful the white man, and yes, but the thing is, Black men seem to not, or Black people do seem to not love themselves enough like other races, and that's why they're selling out. And it's happening in Africa, and it's happening in America, and we're over here blaming the white man. Well, all we got to do is just stop selling out and putting our interests first, and then this stuff won't happen.
But you know why? You know why? T, you just answer your question. We're afraid of the confrontation with the white man.
No, because they've taught us that they're so great, they're so powerful, they're so holy, they have all the weapons, they have all this, so we're afraid to challenge them. We're afraid of them. That's all there is. Everything we've been talking about is how great they are. They have all these nuclear weapons.
Well, they do.
Our ancestors didn't have bows and arrows, and they still fought them.
Didn't Libya have nuclear weapons at one point?
Who?
Didn't Libya have nuclear weapons at one point?
No.
Okay, I thought they had to get it disarmed
South Africa
before America went in.
South Africa did. Apartheid South Africa did. That's it.
That's it. That's the only.
They still have it because they're still worried about the Black people around them.
Who still have what?
On the continent.
They got who still have what?
Base on the continent.
No, they don't. They remove it.
Everybody to give that up.
Israel and America removed the missiles out of South Africa. They made sure of that.
Yes, what would they be? You got a Black government, man. Come on, what would it be? You think there's little secret white people running around with nuclear weapons in South Africa? Dude, man, come on.
South Africa is a white nation. See,
no, it's not.
When they got independence, they didn't even allow the people to pick a name for themselves. That's why it stayed South Africa. Is the U.S.
But what does that got to do? Oh man,
I'm sure.
They chose. No. The government chose to keep the name.
What name? South Africa? That's not a name. That's the region.
It doesn't matter.
We know that. We know that. We know that.
I'm from West Africa. You can ask
me. We know that. We know that. We know that. They should have changed the name, but they chose not to.
It's not in the Black man's hands. You guys have to.
The economic power is not. The economic power is not. You're correct.
The political power is.
You're correct. The economic power is not.
Can have in South Africa. You guys.
You see.
Well, the bottom line is this.
No. What power does the African in South Africa have?
You want to ask? They just went against Israel and bringing Israel to the Hague. That's that. The whites are against it. The blacks are for it. So tell me how that happened.
Listen, I want to know what power.
I asked you the question. I just asked you the question.
They have political power and military power. They do not have economic power yet. I agree with you with that. They do not.
Okay. All right.
Okay, they do not. It's as simple as that. But they also have to move strategically. Do you see what's happening in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali? You see how hard they are trying, and they still. Toure just had 4 assassination attempts on his life. Okay, these people will not give up. Period. Okay, it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be bloody. Okay, it's gonna be hard and bloody. It ain't all black man. Oh, why don't you do this? Or you a sellout? No. They will not give up. Period.
You know, the problem
Okay.
I have with focusing too much on white people is that you let too much crap go on in your community and you never address it because you're too focused on waiting on white people to
Listen,
change. That's why I hate
no
this
one is
focusing on white people like that,
listen,
because there's
bro.
so many skeletons that never gets addressed
No one is
because you
waiting
keep
on.
talking about white people.
People are not waiting on white people. You don't
Are you
get
kidding me,
my point.
man?
Okay. You
Are you
don't. I bet. Let me ask them. Are you a Christian or a Muslim?
Muslim.
All right. See, that's my point. You see what I'm saying? I'm neither a Christian nor Muslim.
That's good for
Okay.
you.
You know why? But do you know why? Because none of those religions have to do with anything of us.
The
None of it.
religion
Okay.
has nothing to do with what we are
Yes,
talking
it
about.
does.
I
It
have not
does.
thrown
It
religion
does.
in your
If
face. No,
you
it has
have,
not.
it does. Okay, because it's a mindset that you have to change.
So
Okay,
was Malcolm X a coon? Because he was a religious. He was
you
a
don't
religious
you don't
Muslim. He
you don't
went to jail
understand.
when he was an atheist. He
You
converted
don't
into Islam,
you don't
and he
understand what
became
I'm saying. You
pro-black.
don't. You see,
Hey,
you want to
everybody
What
claim
are you
listen,
talking
and the
about?
chat listen
you
to me.
want
You
to
see why
cleanse
we took
half
the
of
power
yourself.
away from the white
You
people? See
want to
why we are
sell
going
half.
back
No,
to the
you
white
I'm
see,
just
people
and
telling you
this
the
is that
mindset.
divisive
moment we
ass
stop
message.
I'm
blaming
Now you
white
want
telling
to
you the
people
attack
for what we're
religion,
doing,
brother.
mindset.
You're never
You
going
the
to
stop
mind.
convert me,
arguing
brother.
Listen
over
to what I'm
I'm
saying. I'm
never going
saying
to
the
listen to your
mindset.
mindset,
the
brother.
chat. Pay
Okay,
attention. You see why
the
we
Yes,
said
my
white
mindset.
people have
The
the
mindset
you
power.
have
See
to
why we
change
took
the
it.
is
mindset.
get it
Stop
together,
arguing
It's a
Negro.
amongst ourselves.
the way we are is psychological. It's psychological damage that we have. It have
Zero to
nothing to
do
do
with
with strength
religion.
or ability. You see what I'm saying? We built how many towns that African Americans created in the 20s, in the 30s, and they burnt it down all over
Oh, that's
America.
not happening today,
You see
man.
what I'm
Why
saying?
y'all keep bringing that up? When was the last
Because
time a United
because
States
it's a
Apache
part of it's
helicopter
a part of the
bombed the
psyche.
African American community?
It's a part of the psyche, bro. It's a part
Bro,
of the
this is a
psyche.
defeatist
You see what I'm
mentality,
saying?
bro.
No, it's not a defeatist mentality, bro.
Bro,
I,
so every other racial group, the Latinos, the Asians, the Arabs, they can all build communities but black people. Is that what you are telling me?
Let me ask
So
you a
they
question.
are not racist to them, but they're racist to us. Is that
yeah,
what you are telling me?
yes,
Let
that's
me
what
ask you
I'm
a question.
telling you.
Let me ask you a
Oh my
question.
God.
That's what I'm telling you.
Let me ask
Know who the enemy is, bro. Know who the enemy is,
let
right?
me ask you a
And
question.
Brother,
we
we
are
are
the
never
enemy.
gonna build
Period.
like this, man. We're gonna be in the
T,
bottom
Okay,
T,
forever.
but
T,
but but listen, but listen. You don't
I
understand
gotta
what
get
I'm
in here.
saying, bro. Listen to me. What the hell I'm talking about? It's going to be a bloody fight. They will not. It's like, for instance, when Marcus Garvey was trying to get Africans to go to Africa back in the day, the 20s, the 30s, they did not let him do it. They did not want black people to leave America. You understand what I'm saying? They did not want black people to leave America until today. They will not allow black people to leave America. Okay, you could go on in your ones and your twos and the threes. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
if
saying?
you start
But they
talking
did
about
not want.
let me say this. If you start talking about
That's true though. That's a fact.
let me
Okay,
get in here. Can I get in here? If you start talking about a mass exodus of black people out of the United States, there will be a freaking war.
there'll be a war.
There'll be a war.
There will be a war.
Because the whole system will collapse. You know,
Okay,
and they know like
collapse.
this, they will collapse and whatnot. So they basically keep these things going on. They keep keep kicking the can down the road. Promise
Right.
you this, promise that.
Exactly.
Reparations is the latest thing to keep you stringing on.
Exactly.
You know, say we're gonna give you reparations. So you're gonna spend the next 30 years trying to talk about reparations. And the bottom line, the answer is we need a
They
nation
have
of our
never
own.
said they will give you reparations. Never.
No,
You're just saying.
hold up. The state of California strung black people along last year about reparations. It never happened. He said, Gavin said, no, we never said we will study it. State of New York is doing the same thing right now. All the other states, we're gonna study reparations. And black people get all excited. Yeah, we got reparations. Reparations is coming. No, the only reparations you know what the reparations is, Negro? Get yourself a job application. You know,
Mm-hmm.
job. That's the only reparation you're gonna get. You know, talk about reparations. Get yourself a job applications. Come to my office. I can put you to work in my agency. You know, I'm here to work. Yeah, I can put you to work. You know, but you will not get no reparations check from this government. It's not gonna happen. And it's just a sad situation. You know, and all about the towns. About the towns.
Kali,
Let me say
Kali,
something. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I don't think black people, both here in America, Caribbean, and Africa, understand how valuable black people are in America for
They
America
don't. They
to
don't.
continue. They don't understand. Without black people in America, there'll be no America. And I'm talking about
You see it, and I see it.
I'm talking
The
about
trucking,
from
the
100 years
trucking.
ago until today, right? And what a lot of people don't realize, right? I love my Nigerian brothers, but they always say, "Oh, Nigerians are the smartest.
No,
Nigerians do this.
no.
Nigerians do that." But let me tell you something. From like I said, I'm from Jamaica, right? Let me tell you something. African Americans invented almost everything of value in the world that we use both yesterday and today. And today, right? You'll be shocked if you study the invention of African Americans. You'll be shocked.
I
Almost
got.
every damn thing of
I
value.
Jason, I got another one for you. Go on YouTube, look up the top 20 black businesses in America, multi-billion-dollar companies in
Right.
America. In
They,
America,
they just, Kyle,
you know.
the people just think
So
is
why didn't they
athletes and
fireball
entertainers.
that? Because you just said that they
You see?
built business,
No,
they
no,
were firebombing.
we're not saying that. We're saying is this though, right here, like this. When you talk about building communities, the black businesses in America that you see top 30 black businesses, they have a lot of white employees, but like that. That's how you got to make it in America.
Right.
You will never
Well,
have.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I see
You'll
that a
never
lot.
have a black business like a billionaire business, all black, all this. That. Nah, that's not gonna
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah.
You only way you
Exactly.
could, only way you could, even when you see black entertainers, right? They always make sure you got a couple of white people around them. You know, that's
Right.
reassuring.
Exactly. Exactly.
Remember the
Exactly.
movie? Remember the movie Almost Christmas with Danny Glover? Now, if you got rid of Gabrielle Union and a couple of things, that would have been a good movie. Remember the part at the end, right, where they had the white guy at the friggin' dinner table? What was that? What was that necessary for? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, so. In other words, it's always got to be the white guy. Tyler
Callie,
Perry. Yeah. So
Callie, Callie, let me tell you what a black multimillionaire told me in 1990 something. This is a black a millionaire. He worked on Wall Street and he was teaching us how to invest in stocks. He told us, let me tell you guys something. These companies on Wall Street, if you only knew the people that they have in the background making the financial decision, he said most of them are black. That's what he told me. You won't see them up front. You won't see their black face, right? But they're the one who making the decision, right? In 2008, 2009 financial breakdown, meltdown, it was black people that fix it back. It was black people. The white people was busy jumping out the goddamn window, committing suicide.
mm-hmm.
Right? It was black people that fixed it back, that worked with Barack Obama. It was black people, and it's black people who keep saving America. It's as simple as that. So they will not let you leave, and they will not give you reparation. You have to take it.
Hey,
As simple as that.
check us out, Delroy. Check us out. When you live on the eastern seaboard of the United States, all the shipyards, the hard industrial zone places,
I know
all
them.
black
I know
men.
all of them. I know where they are.
All
All in
black men.
Jersey.
Yellow freight. Been
Mhm.
30 years. Look, black without the muscle of the black man in America, this country. You go to Pittsburgh,
It's done.
it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Including the military. Including the military.
Exactly.
Including the military. Okay, because World War II would have never been two people is responsible for World War II victory. Black people in America and Russians. That's it. Okay, and that's what people have to learn and have to understand. They have to understand what black people mean to America. White America will never give up black people in America. That's just the fact. Right? That's just the fact. Unless you take it and do what you want to do. That's what all I got to see on that.
Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Alfred, buddy. Good platform, Dynasty Diaspora must hash out our differences. This university published paper on owing Liberia reparations for Firestone. There was a conspiracy to keep Liberia poor. Guys, links in the chat. If you're gonna call in after the conversation, click on the link. But again, I want somebody to explain what the plate is. Who owns this plate? Delroy, when you hear Tariq Nasheed or Yvette Carnell or people that follow them say immigrants are coming over here and eating off our plate, what do you think that means?
I'm 50-50 on the immigrants. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? The main reason why the immigrants are coming here, in my opinion, is because of what America did to their countries for the past 50 years. Right? For instance, take Chiquita Banana, right? Chiquita Banana went into most of these South American companies, right, and forced the government using the muscle of the American government, right, for people to give up their land, to allow the government to confiscate on their land or sell it real cheap. And then they push these people off the farmland and employ them and pay them pennies on the dollar. Right? So and then America supports so many dictatorship. They assassinated so many people in South America. Look what they did to Haiti. So I don't blame these immigrants from coming across the border. And yes, I work with a lot of these immigrants over the years. The majority of them just come here to just work hard and just try to make a dollar. But some of them really disrespect black people here. They really disrespect black people here. And black people here in America, they really fought for everyone else to come here. They really did. You see what I'm saying? And they have to respect that. So I'm 50-50 with the immigrants. I could understand why they're coming across the border, because America effed up their country. They effed up their country.
Hey Delroy, did you hear the history with the term banana republics come from? You know, American Banana Republic, United Fruit Company, Dole, Chiquita Banana.
Yeah, Chiquita.
These were all propped up by the U.S. military.
Yes.
And stuff like this. You know, really, literally banana republics. You know.
Yes.
And so, what you have is look at Asia, right? Japan took its powerful yen, right, and spread it throughout Asia, right, and now it got industrial trade and commercial trading partners as equal. Singapore, Taiwan, all these places like this. America, right, is a sick country, right? Look at the poverty all around America. Cuba, Puerto Rico is a mess, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everything, all America in its wake is poverty, violence, instability. Because America is an exception, since a Monroe Doctrine is a wicked country, you know? So that's why, these people are coming across the border because what do you do? If you put sanctions on countries like Zimbabwe, Venezuela, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to flood up here. America's an adolescent country. It has to, I'm right, and the U.S. said it would put sanctions on people, strangle them, and then now they're getting what they deserve. You know, that's what I see it. You know,
I mean, Calla, who would want to leave those beautiful countries, especially in South America?
Right.
These countries are beautiful countries.
They are.
I've been to some of them. They are beautiful, paradise, tropical. You know.
They come up here to the cold weather. Who wants to do that?
Exactly. Who wants to deal with that? You see what I'm saying? So America really effed up their country. So I don't. I really truly do not blame them. You see what I'm saying? I could understand why why they're doing that. I remember years ago the Clinton administration sued the WTO. Because England was given preferential treatment to the Caribbean, their ex-colonies, to sell like banana and other provision, know, into their to England, and they sued them and they won. So a lot of countries, a lot of small islands in the Caribbean suffered, right? Especially in the banana industry. Jamaica didn't do too bad. Okay, you know, Jamaica really do a lot of tourism. Right, so we didn't come out too bad, but some of these islands devastating. Look what they did to Haiti, right? With
Yeah, the rice,
with the farmers and the rice,
rice.
with
Yeah,
Carolina rice and stuff like that. This is what people have to think about when they see all the immigrants
they
coming.
they
They're
they
cursing the
built
immigrants and doing this.
they destroyed Haiti's self-sufficiency in rice.
Right,
You
exactly.
know,
So what
and
do you think gonna happen?
yeah,
No one's gonna stay there. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't stay there either. I would come too.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because you effed on my country. So
Yeah,
obviously you have a place for me. You have a place. So you don't want me to stay in my country. So I'm coming to yours.
Well,
right.
you know what? I think that's the blind spot that conservatives do have, because I do agree with that U.S. foreign policy does interfere in these other countries. I mean, just think of
No kidding. No kidding. You know, that's the they not interfere. They insurrect in other countries. You know, it's a difference.
Yes,
You know,
dictate,
they they they,
dictate to them.
they destroy other countries, undermine and
Yes,
whatnot, and leave it
yes.
in their wake and whatnot. I said, okay, you ever see these things where, okay, this person got toppled, riots in the street and whatnot. Now on to the next news, right? Well, while you turn on to the next news or to the sports and whatnot, chaos is going on in a place that just happened that you just conveniently forgot about.
Mm.
You know, that's what's happened all over the world. America has never done anything good. Show me one country where America was close to that ever rose up to a prominence. None. Look at the Philippines, a shithole. You know, excuse my language. You know, every place that America is close to, you know, creates this symbiotic relationship of poverty, ignorance, and foolishness. You
Yeah.
know, and that's what Puerto Rico. They said Puerto Rico thought they were gonna have investments. All these capitalists came down to Puerto Rico when that brought up all the real estate, you know, and hid money and all this kind of nonsense and everything. And Puerto Rico's a freaking mess, you know.
And Puerto Rico is supposed to be part of America. Could you imagine that?
Right. And it's
Huh?
just, it's a mess, you know. So people need to understand what's going on. So the bottom line is this all this making across the border is just generations of degradation, and the bottom's dropped out. So
Right.
get used to it. Get used to it. Black. Somebody asked a question about disrespecting, right? Look, white people have been disrespecting you for 400 years, right? You know, and I'm not saying it's right for immigrants to disrespect black people in America, but you just got to go thick of skin and understand where you're coming from. The problem is that black America need to understand. And see, if you knew yourself, your history, like Brother Delroy knows, right? You would be like so in a position like, I'm black American. This is what I did. You know, what it is, so many black people in America hate themselves so much that they don't even bother learning the history.
Yes.
They don't even bother knowing the culture. If you knew how great you were as a people, you don't feel threatened by immigrants, you
Yes.
know, at all. I don't feel threatened by immigrants, you know, at all. Let them all come over here. It don't matter to me because I know what my ancestors did, and I know what we're doing. You know?
Callie, I have a friend of mine in New York. When she was young, she was a young teacher, and this is in the '90s, and she used to teach history, and she used to tell her class to close their books, and she's going to teach them some history, Black history about themselves. Do you know when the principal found out, they fired her?
Yeah.
Hmm? They
Mm-hmm.
fired her. These kids did not cut her class. They were eager to come to her class
Mm-hmm.
because they were learning about themselves, and they
Right.
fired her. She was so destroyed, she never taught again. She was like 27 years old when she quit teaching.
Sad.
You see what I'm saying? This is how much, this is how much. What a lot of black people don't know is that they have an entity of the government that sit down and decide and strategize what they're going to do to keep black people in their place.
Yep.
You see what
And
I'm saying?
music,
What they're going to
crime,
do? Who they're
everything.
going to use? Which sellout they're going to use? Which bunch of sellout they're going to use? They strategize. They started the gangs in the '60s. They
Mm-hmm.
started it. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They brought the guns on the street and the drugs. The CIA. I have friends that work for the FBI. You see what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
brother is a officer in the military right now. He told me what goes on in there. My uncle, my aunt, my cousins, all been in the military, right? And it's because of them why I didn't go in the military with all the bullshit that was going on over there. But all these things are planned and strategized,
Mm-hmm.
right? Unless you plan and tragedize also. You see what I'm saying? But black people is loyal to America. There's no patriot like a black person in America. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. These people running around carrying flag or they patriots or they this or they that and all that. There's no patriot like America. Nobody would fight.
Right. Let me ask you a question, right? How do you be? You say you're American descendant of slaves, and you wrap yourself with American flag. That is the ultimate double entendre. You're American descendant of slave or foundational Black American, and you're wrapping yourself in the American flag. I don't get that, you know.
Kali, nobody ever loved America like black people.
Yeah, we just love it.
I mean, we fought in World War I when we couldn't fight for America under the American flag. We went to France and fight for America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were being hung. We still went to World War II. While we were being hung on the street, we couldn't walk on the same sidewalk, right? We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't drink the same water. World War II, we were fighting. We were fighting in the air, on the ground. We were still fighting, right? Vietnam come around, we still fighting again. You see what I'm saying?
Because you wanted to prove to master that you're loyal, that you don't mean him no trouble. You wanted to seek his approval.
No, it's not a proof.
That's all it was. We've been trying to seek your approval. We've been trying to get him to give us a hug.
It's not an approval. It's not an approval.
Look,
right? It's black people.
Hold on.
After 400, let me finish, please. Let me finish. After 400 years.
400 years, we were beneath the bottom. We've been trying to get them to look at us like human beings. We've been trying to get them to look at us like
it's not that.
That's because black people are human beings.
Look, that's because they don't see it like that. That's why we're nice to them.
You see what I'm saying?
We're trying to get them to reason. Look, from the very beginning, when they took the African into the Americas, right? Everything that looked good was with the master and his wife. So what that does to you is it makes you want to look like them. It makes you want to be like them. So they strip you of everything that's dear to you. And then you look up. Hold on, just give me 1 sec. This is what we all know. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. We all know this.
Yes.
They strip you from everything that you have. So what happens to you is you start looking at them like the deity that they want you to see them as. You see what I'm saying? That's why even now, if war breaks down, we're gonna go fight for him.
I think case out. I think that's a little oversimplified because if you look at Black history, right here, we had a really good Maroon community. We always resisted slavery, white supremacy throughout Americas, right? You know, just that unlike the Caribbean, right? We were outnumbered. That's a difference. We were in the minority and everything like that. And the Caribbeans, Black, and the other places, Black people could act out of this, stuff like that, take revenge, stuff like that. We had to play this role. We put the two faces of America. On one hand, we smile to them, say like this, right now. But when we get among ourselves, right, it's like we talk differently. Like we have a face that we put on in front of them, and a face like which we call everybody knows that white people know it too, right? When you go in front of the man, right? You're like, hey, how you doing, Mr. Charlie, whatnot. So as long as you know your sports picks for the week, your favorite basketball team, every time Mr. Charlie tells you who you get, as long as you have all those things in mind one day. Now you can, when he goes around, he's like that. You can say that crack ass devil, whatnot. He knows that, you know. So you guys say Black America is much more complicated than that. We have to put on this face, right? Even in slavery time. We had to put on this nice face. Hey, master. Oh, yeah. And as soon as he walks away, motherfucking great devil. That's Black America, you know? We're not just people that they think we are, you know?
And Callie, yeah, you got to put on your face too. That same face when you're strategizing, right? Because you have to do that. If you wanted to better yourself, move yourself
you play
forward,
character and then you forget you're in character now. That's what happened to us. We've been playing the character for so long. Now the character.
Yeah, but look at but hold up. Those hold up, Royal, right? We got Black businesses in America. The top Black business in America, industrial firm, grosses $7 billion a year. He didn't do that trying to be like that. He do that by smiling on one hand, shaking
and
hands,
aggressive on the other.
That's Black America. That's what we are. Don't take all this up as face value. You know what I'm saying? We're tough people, you know?
And you have to maneuver.
Everybody understand that Black man is a very tough person, people, group, tribe, clan, country. Everybody knows that. Nobody's saying the people are not. Again, it's about unifying.
Yes, yeah, I agree
Right now,
with
what I
you.
keep telling people is,
I agree with you. The
in
unification. I agree with you 100%. Unification.
what
I
I'm
do agree.
trying to
I
show
do agree
people,
with you.
if we all identify as black people, you know who has the power as black people? Who the leader is? It's the black American and the black woman in America. But the problem is, if the leader doesn't know where to go, we're all doomed. The power is in you guys' hands, but you guys don't know where to go.
But you have to understand too. We are also operating at a 13% disadvantage.
I understand that.
You,
I'm not.
you see what I'm
Hey,
saying? We are only
we all
13% of the country.
we know the disadvantages, but the advantage is the unification of the people. That's the advantage. We know the disadvantage, but we don't want to operate on that level. We want to operate on the power level, which is unify. And once we unify, where are you going to take the people? The power is in your hands. You say everybody's copying me. Everybody wants to be like me. Okay, everybody's copying. Everybody's being like you. What are you doing with the people that are following you?
Well. Guess what, bro?
All
On
right.
that point, as far as unity, I do agree with you. But people also have to get over the psychological. Everybody is not thinking like us in this room right now. It's a whole bunch of psychological damage, and every time you try to get out of the psychological damage, they knock they behind down again. So individual and small groups succeed, but as a whole. You see what I'm saying? I mean, there's 80% black people in South Africa, and like you said, who economically still control it, right? It's because of psyche, the psychological damage. That's why. That's why. That's why they still control it.
So the people don't know that they're psychologically damaged.
But they know. But the bottom of what can you do?
No,
It
no.
takes
Do
time.
they know? Let's look at
Of
ourselves. Do
course,
we know we're damaged people?
a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know their damage.
So then, what do
Okay,
we do?
because people still gotta get back to Christianity again. People still worship white Jesus. Okay, they still do. That's psychological damage.
Hey,
That's what
check
I'm
this out. I
saying.
want to answer some of these. Let me answer some of these questions in this chat. Chosen 7 is going off on this African. I want to delineate from people like Chosen in 1997. You know, how about that? I want to delineate from people like that.
Nah,
And
you
then
don't
What
somebody
need that.
said
what did he
Kyle had
say? What did
Remember,
he
those
say?
are people that need help too. They need your help. They need your understanding. They need your love.
no, the
You know what I'm saying? So
people who basically with this anybody who preaches African hatred, right? African hatred, like Africans achievements, the achievements of Black America belong to the Black race. There's
You're
no
right.
damn
Belong to the exactly.
belong to our race, you know. And the bottom line is this: so if African wants to take pride in what Black America do, he's welcome to do it. You know, it's why I'm
Yep.
saying
Because we're a part of them.
we're part of the
I'm a
same race,
descendant.
our race.
I'm a descendant of the Igbo people in Nigeria. So I'm Nigerian too.
Yeah, if I want to take part of what's going on in Africa, I'm part of that too. You know, it's simple as that.
Exactly.
You know, simple as that. So, and just somebody said, I got a toupee. I don't got a toupee. I got real hair. You know, I mean, what's these people? You know, you're Dinas. I miss your audience, man. They're always coming at me with crazy shit. I don't wear a goddamn toupee. You know. Anyway, man, it's been nice. You guys, I gotta get back to work. Somebody said, "Was Kyle at work?" Yeah, I'm at work. I could take 20 minutes, a half hour. I work for myself. You know. Yeah, Kyle needs to shape up. Yeah, okay, all right. All right, but at least I turned my camera on, right?
making
Kyle,
them run you away. You
Kyle,
read one comment
let me
about
ask
your
you a
toupee and
question
you're
before you
running.
leave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me ask you. What do you think of the new president of Liberia?
My people are gonna be meeting with him. I can't disclose a lot of stuff like that, but a lot of my partners meeting with the president. We're cooked up with the president. I do think, right, we're off to a good start. Now, I have nothing against George Weah. I love George Weah. I was told a story one time that some of friends, Liberian friends of mine, right? They said, "Colin, you don't understand. When George Weah, was soccer, he gave us inspiration when we was at the refugee camp in Ghana. They said we would gather around the radio, right, and we hear about this this man from Liberia, George Manoa, you know, and we all gathered around. We didn't know who this guy was, but he just made us so feel so proud in our darkest hours, you know, in our darkest hours, we felt so proud of that. And so when I hear that story, I tell my Liberian brothers, man, I said, look, if you guys love George Weah that much, I'm gonna love him too, you know. And so therefore, I think, you know, him stepping down, peacefully stepping down, right?
Yeah.
Stepping down is was a step in the right direction, you know. Step in the right direction.
So
And I think Boca's going to be a good president and everything. He's surrounded himself with the right people, and I think Liberia is going to be off to a really good start.
yeah,
You know,
I thought George Weah did a decent job.
he did.
Right?
He did.
And what if I tell you that I'm kind of related to him?
Are you? Oh, wait a minute.
He's married to my stepsister, my father's daughter, aunt.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're Delroy. You know.
Yeah.
I heard about you. You know.
Okay.
I heard about you. Yeah. I heard about you. You're in the UNIA.
Yeah. I used to be when I was in New York.
Oh, okay. Now, if we finally meet, man, after all this time, we finally meet.
Yeah, he's married. He's married to my my stepsister's aunt.
What are you guys doing with all that land over there that you guys got?
I personally don't have none. Myself,
right.
I certainly do not have any myself. My stepsister said she and her aunt, which is his wife, is supposed to be doing something with some school that she built over there.
Right.
All right. That's about it that I know. I never been to Liberia, so I don't know much about it.
Hey, you got to come to us. We're doing a tour in March. We're doing a 10-day tour in March for Morocco and Liberia. That's going to be a tour. We're doing a international business conference. You know.
Okay.
You got to come with us, man.
What is your email?
It's nation.kala5@gmail.com. I'll give you all the information.
Nation.kala5?
Kala5, the number 5 @gmail.com.
Oh. At gmail.com. Okay.
Yeah, so like I said,
email
we got a lot of stuff going in Liberia. I do believe, and now defense of any other country in Africa, I think Liberia should be the base. Because it's a both country like Black America, you know, where we could base. You know, once you're in Liberia, then you can branch off to these other countries. You got Sierra, you know, next door. You got Guinea, you got Ghana, stuff like that. Liberia is a perfect country for Black America to integrate into Africa.
I'm happy you just said the base thing. That's what I wanted to touch on when first I opened the chat. There's this mindset. Like somebody said that yesterday when I was watching the rerun of the live Diners had before. The gentleman said that white supremacy, the right hand of white supremacy, is the Black woman, and he went to explain why he has that thought. This is Black American.
Mm-hmm.
Black Americans going to the continent have this mentality. To me, just taking a step back and looking at the mentality going there is that of a colonizer's mindset, because all of a sudden there's this mindset that we need a base. What do you need a base for? Because you're thinking somebody's going to attack you. Somebody's going to do something to you. So you need to be able to put yourself in position to retaliate, to defend, and to do all of that. The mindset is not to go to unify. And again, the reason why I'm saying that is in America, you haven't able to put yourself in position to have a base in America. But here you are going to the continent thinking and wanting a base for what? America got bases in Africa. What do they have those bases for? We know why they got bases. Hold on, give me one.
Psychological.
I think Kala mean economic base.
No.
Economic.
All these people going to the continent. Look, and the reason why, let me explain why.
We're gonna beat them. We're gonna destroy. We're gonna wipe out the Chinese. We're gonna wipe out the Lebanese.
You were not able to do that in your neighborhood.
Yeah, but we're in the best position. Black America has
one point.
Hold on. First of all, there is no such. Let me tell you something. There is no such thing as a Black neighborhood in America. There's areas
there is a Black neighborhood in America. You yourself even said it. The Black neighborhoods. You said in Chicago, the black neighborhood.
Economically controlled neighborhood.
Come on, man. Stop.
They have not existed since the Black Wall Street back in the 8 days when we had to
Economically controlled neighborhood.
Yeah,
That's what Kali's talking about.
We don't have that. Black people are fine with going to Kroger and everything. We're so integrated into American society like that. Now you have some areas where we have majority black and everything, but they're not communities. They're not ours. We don't control the infrastructure of these neighborhoods and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We reside there. It's a different thing.
Hey, chosen 1997. Call in so we can have a talk.
Anyway, I'm really past my time. I gotta get back to the phones. Make this money. I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
Peace and love.
Email Dynas, Royal Image. Y'all have a good day.
All right, peace. Links in the chat if you guys want to call in. Click on
Audrey, Kemi too. Call in so you can share your thoughts. You want me to say I'm argumentative? Call in so we can argue. What did I say that's argumentative? Call in. You guys have stuff to say. Don't stay in the comment section all day. Call in. Dynas has a line open. He just sent a line there. Audrey, I'm not sure if that's how you say your name, and chosen 1997. You guys call in. Add to the conversation. People want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts.
I guess you're not calling in. So we'll go ahead and start closing that Royal Image. Anything else you like to share?
All right, and Dynas, I'm gonna try that Nigeria trip with you in August.
All right, so yeah, hit me up. Do me a favor, put your in the private chat, put your phone number in the private chat, not the main chat, but the private
Okay,
chat.
no problem.
We're doing now before we close out. Guys, links in the chat room. Like I said, we'll wait about 30 more seconds, for anybody wants to call in that conversation.
Mr. Africa, I'm a Khan, not African. Dark Mingo, I'm a Khan. That's what I am. How come you guys just stay in the chat box and you don't want to call in? Call in.
Yeah, they were put in the private chat.
Huh?
I'm trying. Put in the private chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get this.
Okay. He logged off, but hey, yeah, he disappeared. But Roy, anything else you'd like to share?
All right, peace and love, everybody. Stay safe out there, man.
Everyone, thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Dynasty Bear Touch for Rule. Peace. There was bad. Daryl, we lost you.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Can I send it to your email address?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my email in the chat room. Send it to hello@donfo.africa. Emails in the main chat.
Donfo.africa. Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna leave and I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Peace.